Hello, first graders. Yesterday we had an opportunity to learn a little bit about the Hansel and Gretel story. Today we're going to take what we know about Hansel and Gretel and apply it to some of our math work. You will need your math workbook today and a pencil. So if you do not have those materials, please pause the video and go get them now. All right, today I'm going to start with reading you a little bit more about the Hansel and Gretel story. Your job is to just listen this time. During their big adventure in the woods, Hansel and Gretel discovered that it was a good idea to leave markers on the trail so they could get back home without getting lost. A few days after they returned to their father's house, all was well, and they decided it would be a good idea to mark all the trails near their home so that they could always find their way back home through the forest. Hansel and Gretel began their work. Hansel would walk 10 steps and stop. Gretel would place a pebble on the path each time Hansel paused. Within a few minutes, they were making great progress. Let's look at a picture of their work. Friends, I want you to look and picture in your head that this is what Hansel and Gretel's path looks like. We have them dropping a pebble along the path so they know which way to go and they don't get lost in the forest. I'm going to continue reading a little bit more. I imagine that one of the questions Hansel and Gretel have is how many pebbles they're going to need to mark all the trails. They decide they should start counting the pebbles to get the idea of how many pebbles they will need. Look at the picture of this path. How many pebbles have they placed along the path so far? Let's count them. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have placed 9 pebbles along the path so far. All right, friends, I'm going to show you a few other paths that they worked on. Here's this next path. I want you to make note of the arrow here. It says this pebble is number 34. So if I start here, I would have to go 1 less pebble than 34. This would be 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Look at the arrow. It says this pebble is number 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. They've placed a lot of pebbles so far, but they're not done. They're going to place a few more. It says, what is the number of the first pebble shown? How do you know? It doesn't tell me what number this is, but I can count backwards to find out. Looking at this arrow, it says this is number 93. So I'm going to count backwards. 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87. Let's fill in the rest of the numbers. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103. It says, which pebble is behind the tree and how do you know? If this is pebble 103, 104 is probably hiding. This would be 105. This question says, which pebble is the 100th one along the path? How do you know? So here I'm at 93. I could count on 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. I could also double check my work by counting backwards. If this is 103, 102, 101, 100. Look, they both ended up at the same. All right, friends, we're going to work in our workbook. Next, you need your Bridges workbook that looks like this. And I want you to find page 54. 54 looks like this. Pause the video and get 54 ready. All right, we're going to start with question 1. It says, look at the pebbles along each part of the path. Fill in the missing numbers. This time, you have an opportunity to fill in the numbers that are missing. I want you to do 1, 2, and 3 right now. Pause the video and finish them. right, hopefully you have those numbers completed. I'm going to fill mine in. You check your work and see if you filled in the missing numbers. I'm starting with 22. 22, 23, this would be 24, 25, 26, 27. For number 2, ooh, this is tricky. They don't tell us what number to start with, so I have to count backwards. I'll start all the way at the end. 47, 46, 45. Ooh, this must be 44, 43, 42. Ooh, I wonder if you guys got that one right. This one's a little easier. They give us the starting number, but we have to fill in 2 missing ones in a row. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Right here, there's a challenge question for you. It says Hansel and Gretel used a pebble to mark every 10 steps. That's very important, so I'm going to circle it. You should do that too. They used a pebble to mark every 10 steps as they walked along the path. How many steps have they taken when they get to the last pebble in this part of the path? So they started right here, and here's where they ended. 10 and 12, and then they marked 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. So 1 would be 10, 20 more steps, 30, 40, 50. In total, they marked 50 steps. They marked 50 steps with their pebbles. Friends, to figure that out, I counted by tens. I started right here, and I said it would take them 10 steps to get to the next one, and then 10 more steps, and then 10 more steps, and then 10 more steps, and 10 more steps. They did this 5 times. They took 5 hops. 1 hop, 2 hops, 3 hops, 4 hops, 5 hops. Each hop that they made was 10 steps. All right, we're going to continue with problem number 4 and 5. Again, I want you to try to fill these out on your own. You're counting by ones. So go ahead and fill in those numbers. Pause the videos while you do the numbers for 4 and 5. All right, welcome back. This is the number 59. 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. That one was pretty easy to do. Let's try number 5. I started with 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. Oops, sorry, 81. This is the challenge part. Ready, first graders? It's the same question as last time. Hansel and Gretel used a pebble to mark every 10 steps as they walked along the path. How many steps have they taken when they get to the last pebble on this part of the path? So here's where they start, and here's where they have to end. How many steps did they have? I'm going to go ahead and make the leaps for you here, the jumps. I want you to see if you can count by tens and write the answer here on the line. I'll wait for you. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, friends, perhaps you already figured out that this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. same answer as last time. I wonder if there's a new strategy to show how we figured it out. If there were 10 here, 10 plus 10 more, plus 10 more, plus 10 more, plus 10 more. If I add them together, I made an addition sentence going across horizontally. If I add them together, I should end up with the same answer. 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 10 more, 30, plus 10 more is 40, plus 10 more equals 50. They walked 50 steps. All right, problem 6 and 7. Again, I want you to try to solve these two on your own. Notice that there's a missing number at the beginning, so you're going to have to do some subtracting. What would be 1 less than 102 and 1 less than 116? Go ahead and pause the video. All right, check if you got the same answer as I did. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, and last of all, ending with 106. Starting 1 less than 116, so 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Our target today was to fill in missing numbers, counting by ones, but also practicing our skills of counting by tens. Hopefully you were able to complete this workbook page all on your own. Tomorrow we're going to continue talking about Hansel and Gretel and how they marked up the paths near their house so they would not get lost. If you are ever confused at any point during our videos, please re-watch them. Pause them at any point. Go back and check your work. I should see that you are completing your workbook pages each day as we go along. All right, happy watching, guys. See you tomorrow.